Hey everybody, welcome back. So look, I know we normally talk about stories here, but today we need to talk about something very important. The fact that everyone on the internet has suddenly graduated from home medical school is just bullshit. Seriously, when did we all become board-certified physicians? You can't scroll for 5 seconds without some influencer with a ring light telling you that a single crumb of carbohydrates is going to instantly ruin your life, your credit score, and your aura. And it's leaking into real life too. Case in point, the other day, my buddy comes over, looking stressed out, staring at a simple sandwich like it's a live grenade. I ask him what's wrong, and he goes, "Bro, my girlfriend told me I have to stop eating bread." Your girlfriend? Does she have a laboratory in the garage? Is she running blood panels on you while you're sleeping? No! She watched a 30-second reel by a guy named Raw Vegan Chad, who thinks sunlight is a complete nutritional profile, and suddenly your ham and cheese on sourdough is a biohazard. It's completely out of control. But why has bread become public enemy number 1 in the first place? So in this video we'll be talking about that, see if it's really harmful to eat bread. Well, it all boils down to the great low-carb panic of the last decade. People look at bread and think, carbs equal sugar, sugar equals fat, therefore bread is literal poison. And because of fad diets like keto, people have been brainwashed into thinking that eliminating an entire macronutrient group is the secret to immortality. Add in the massive wave of people self-diagnosing with gluten sensitivities, even though medical studies show that only a tiny fraction of the population actually has celiac disease or a true wheat allergy, and suddenly, everyone is terrified of a baguette. Cut to a graphic of a dramatic news reporter saying, "Carbs are evil." Except, science completely disagrees with them. Let's look at the actual facts. First of all, your brain needs carbohydrates to function. And bread is a major source of carbohydrate. When you eat bread, your body breaks down the carbohydrates in it into glucose. And glucose is your central nervous system's primary fuel source. When you cut out carbs entirely, you're not unlocking a secret health cheat code, you're just starving your brain of its preferred energy source. Which is why people on extreme low-carb diets are always so cranky. Second, let's talk about the actual benefits of real, quality bread, because not all bread is created equal. If we're talking about whole grain, sprouted, or traditional sourdough bread, you are looking at a powerhouse of nutrition. Whole grain breads are packed with dietary fiber, which keeps your digestive system happy, lowers cholesterol, and helps prevent type 2 diabetes. They are loaded with B vitamins, iron, magnesium, and plant-based protein. In fact, massive Harvard studies tracking hundreds of thousands of people have repeatedly shown that eating whole grains is actually linked to a lower risk of stroke, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. So unless you're living off cheap, ultra-processed white bread loaded with high-fructose corn syrup and chemical preservatives for every single meal, bread isn't ruining your health, it's actually part of a balanced diet that humans have thrived on for thousands of years. Look, nobody is saying you should eat an entire industrial loaf of bread dipped in melted butter for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Balance is key. But a nice piece of whole grain or sourdough, it has fiber, it gives you sustained energy, and it tastes incredible. And nobody is saying you should sit in a dark room eating dry, plain, excess white bread straight out of the bag like a maniac. How you eat it matters. Bread is meant to be part of a team. If you pair your slice with some solid proteins, healthy fats, or extra fiber like some smashed avocado, jam, a couple of eggs, or lean turkey, it completely changes the game. It slows down digestion and keeps your energy levels stable instead of sending you on a wild roller coaster. It's called balance, people! So let's all take a collective deep breath. Put down the panic, back away from the unscientific food shaming, and let people enjoy a sandwich in peace. Bread is innocent. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Smash that subscribe button or follow button. And as always, stay safe, stay awesome. I'll see you later.